Check out this new office. We've really climbed the corporate ladder together. Thank you, my supervising skills truly are adequate. Your skills are pretty good too, whatever it is you do over there. So are you ready? For each 0 terminated string... Okay, fuck me. A 0 terminated string. Okay. For each 0 terminated string in the inbox, sort the contents of the string, smallest first, biggest last, and put the results in the outbox, repeating for each string. Why the heck is this already here? I just want to know what's going on right now. Why does it give us this? I'll take it. Maybe they were like, well, this wasn't supposed to be a part of the puzzle. Six, 9. What? Sort this for each 0 terminated string. What do the numbers have to do with stuff? Sorry. Sort the contents of the string. Oh. So the string for each. Okay. Sorry, I was confusing because the strings were the. How do we figure out the order of the letters again? So yeah, we want them in number order, so... I'll keep that, because fuck it. Do you think this was too hard? Like, I'm just curious about why they did this. I don't know how long the string's going to be, but obviously we already know the highest number because it's there. So we just want to check everything with everything else to see if it produces a negative. Right? So sorting them, it should be relatively simple. Let's say, because we're drawing a star, right? So it's either a line, a triangle, Not a star. It's not. It's not a star. It's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, right? Well, we don't need the times 1. That's how many things we'd have to check. I think. Alright, so this, again, we're gonna have to do the process of me getting everything in correct order in my head and then typing shit on the screen. But it's surely a case of we have, let's say, A, B, C, D, E, which might literally be the case. And again, we know there are 5 because it starts with 0 and it goes up to 4, right? In that case. So we'd check 4 with 3, 2, 1, 0, then 3. I feel like there should be a more efficient way of doing that. Although, clearly I wasn't efficient at all in the last one, but because yeah, check 4 with 3, 2, 1, 0, and then if we get to a negative we stop checking and then we know if it's the last. And then how do we know? We'd have to give them each a score. That's what we're doing. We're putting everything in competition with each other and we're seeing whether it wins or loses, and we give it a point. So E, or it doesn't matter, the latest subtract or add, subtract from sub the minus 1th. Yeah, and the score is going to tell me where to take it. Let's do that first, because I want to see what it does. So we know what the latest one is. So we copy from there. I'm trying to figure out the most efficient way of getting that and the number underneath it. It's going to copy from there, but then I want minus 20 minus 1. Oops. Then we sub that. Okay, so we copy from... That's interesting. Well, this is an inefficiency, but I can't be bothered to sort it. Ah, no. Okay. It's not a minus. So, if plus... we can switch this around, but if it's plus or if it's not a minus, sorry, I've just got a message. I'm gonna have to check. Alright, cool. If so, it's a plus, so it's bigger. It should have a bigger score, right? I don't know. It might be the other way around, but we'll just go with that. So if negative, we want a +5 to... I'm assuming the strings aren't gonna... I gotta score it somewhere. I'm trying to figure out. So we have to we know if it's a plus or a minus, and I want to score it. And I was gonna score it underneath or something, but like I can't tell him to go underneath. That's not a thing. We need to know that it's a 2. Shit. Okay. I just want to double check something. I've got an idea though. So back up. So we're going to copy to 22 and add 22. So this is the count. This is the backup. This is the double. Now, there is an issue with... Can I don't know if I can add to nothing. So I might want to put a 0 on that. Yeah, I'm going to want to do that. Copy from 0. And we are going to copy 2, double. Okay, yeah. And then, when it scores, it gets added. One gets... It's count -1, isn't it? Minus. Copy to double. Double -1. Bump that. What is... Okay. Why have I done sub count -1? What are we holding at this point? Okay. Copy from count. We subtracted from count -1. If it's negative, If it's negative, it means it's the biggest number. So we bump. It's got to be double. Otherwise, we bump that. So we've scored it at that point. Let's see if that works. Let's put all our numbers down. This should be free. Yeah, that bump, last bump is obviously pointless, but whatever. So we copy from that. We want that to be 1. Okay, we definitely don't want to... Okay. Okay, I already know that double needs to have a bump. It doesn't need to have a bump because we can just copy to -1 first. Okay. Try this again. Ah, no. We're putting 3 numbers down. Because we have 3 numbers, it's going to put that up to 3 pointlessly. Then I'm going to put it back down to 2, because... And I'm going to want to make a 5. So I'm going to want a 1, then a 5, 4. I have fucking no clue what I did there. Count. I deleted a whole bunch I shouldn't have then. Count. Set. Double. I think that'll do it, but I obviously made a mistake. I've removed something I shouldn't have, but Place zeros. So we want to put from there. Why am I over here? Should be over here, shouldn't I? So I add an inefficiency. Yeah, why am I thinking of 7? It's 3, 4, 5. That is correct. Okay. You just have to double it. That's fine. Cool, because that's what they're going to compare. And it's going to say, are you... And 5 gets a score. I've scored 1. Because 5 is contextual. 5 can change depending. And that's the end. But that is bigger than that. Because we've scored it bigger than that. Cool. Now I want to compare it with literally everything on the list. So we might need a ticker. So check. -1. So what we're going to do is we need to find out. We need to sub -1. Actually, first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask it. We're going to copy from -1. We're going to say, are you 0? Because if it's 0, we're going to lower the count. If it's not, then I think we can jump from there to there and it will compare again. We also, at some point, we have to check to see if count is below 0, because there'll be nothing to do. If count is negative, I'm just going to say count is negative. Okay. Okay. Because that means there's nothing more to check. These labels, actually, I should have been using these all along because these are really helpful. And just remember why the fuck I've sent shunted stuff. So yeah, if that is 0. That should be a if negative, actually. I'm trying to think of. I think it's that. Copy from 0. Add to. Okay. We need to sub them. Copy from 0. Add to. Because it might not have one. I might have to add all the zeros first. Because so we copy from 0, we add it to double, double minus 1. This is a really simple operation, but I'm just we used this knowledge before. We want a 0 in every single place, basically. Even though double minus 1 is like so we know how many numbers there are. We know so let's say there are 3. We know double will place it to the 5, right? 3, 4, 5. It'll double it and add 1. So what we could do is, because we know the biggest number, we could is there not a way of doing it without a stupid loop? I don't want to loop in just my 0 section. We're gonna have to. This has to go through for every single case as well. It's gonna be reset like ages. We'll see. We'll see. We're only figuring out that. I have no idea if this works with letters at all. Alright, fine, whatever. We'll have to do the loop. So we've added it to count. We've bumped it, so we already have the biggest number. It's always going to be one after biggest number. It's going to go up until it reaches the double. So we copy from 0, copy 2, that shouldn't be one of those. Then we copy from that, and we sub double. And if it's a negative, we'd probably do it again. We'd probably bump it up one more time. Let's just check. Why is it copying from 0? Oh, one of them was wrong. If it's negative, or if it's more than 0, we want to sub, we want to bump, that. Let's see if that works. Fuck it. There we go. We have all the zeros down. Lovely. So it's going to compare there. And then it's going to bump that. Then we go back to this. Okay, I didn't mean to sub. I meant to bump. Okay, I think I'm just going to take a random guess. Yeah, let's put a piece of paper that says guess. That we are going to bump that. Apart, I think we might want to reset. Yeah, if we bump this, we... Oh, sorry, my brain stopped working the first. Do you want to bump count? Did we ever change what count -1 is? I think we did. Copy to count -1. Bump count -1. We don't want to replace zeros though, so we might want to set the doubles afterwards. Okay. Oh, I'd love to be able to grab a load at once. This could be a bit scary, couldn't it? I'd love to be able to shove this code underneath the place heads. I'm gonna take a screenshot. So we want to set double. Hello, Phoenix. We're doing programming. This is the final level of this game. I'll walk you through the code in just a second. Let me do this reasonably complex set of actions. Copy from count. Copy to double -1. Add double -1. Copy to double. Let's hope I haven't broken anything. Cover double -1. This is a computer game. One plays for fun. Bump double. Now, there might be some worrying... Okay, and then we can throw this away. Hopefully, it's all clean in between. So this is... Oh, bloody hell, there's loads of people here. I'm going to need more beverages as well. This is Human Resource Machine. This is our 39th year. I think he's in the same age. He's doing a lot worse than I am in my office. We are tasked with a little bit of programming, which we do via this dude. He wants for each 0 terminated string. What the fuck does that mean? Well, here is a string. You can see it has words there. 71, 30, 52, 0. That's a string, right? There's a string of numbers. A, B, C, 0. So for each set of 3 there, we don't worry about the 0. We are going to put them down, which is a code it gave us for free. And then it wants us to put them in the correct order of size. So it's at we want a 30, 52, 71. And then we want to put them in the output. So these 3 have to be... You take the 71, we can't put it out yet because we want the 30 before. We want 30, 52, 70, then A, something. So it's for each group, they've got to be in the correct order. So if we walk through the code, although I wrote down these writings, it gave me a little bit of code at first. So what it's going to do, it's going to copy from 0. It's going to do a little bit of setup. It's going to put it where I'm calling a count. Then going to grab that, and it's going to put it in that 0th position. That's a 0, so it's going to put in the 0. It's going to bump the count. It's going to make that 1, and it knows to put the next place in the next position. It's going to do that until it hits a 0. So really, hang on. So it's got a bit 0. So then that's all the code I'm dealing with right now. That's dealt with that. That 3 is too big for what I want, although actually I could have just used that 3 to double. We're not going to worry if it's inefficient. We're just getting shit done. Doesn't have to. So we're going to just knock that back down to 2. So this is... I have various counters and stuff. Why? Because I want to... How the fuck are we going to solve this? My answer is you score each pile. Everyone's going to have a competition with each other, and they're going to score depending on which competitions they win. So 52 is bigger than 30, so it scores a point. 70, it's smaller than 71, so 71 gets a point. 71 is bigger than that, so 71 gets 2 points. That will give me an order, hopefully, which corresponds to the numbers. A lot of this was just me thinking for a while, but I need to traverse this, so I need to... I've set up this 2 to point to that 2, and I want that 1 because I want to know what's underneath it. These are our dance partners. But I need to score them, so I also need some zeros. So we're going to place some zeros. That is count plus 3. A thing I had way back then, but whatever. We're not going to worry about that. So we know the 4th will always be free because it's always the one above. So, but now I have to figure out how many zeros to add. I want to add 3 zeros. So I could have just gone down that counter, but instead... Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, so when you came in, I was painstakingly swapping the Zs from the doubles. And then I used a double. I can see... So we can't use the double anymore because I've shifted the doubles. The reason I've shifted the doubles is because I want to reuse the doubles in codes. earlier more often, and I don't want to reuse the zeros because the zeros are the scores. So I could either temporarily set a double. Fine, we'll just temporarily set a double. I don't know if it's... This is Doobie. I don't care anymore. We are... Copy to there, then we copy to count plus, then we add to that. Okay, that and instead of temping the double, we temp the temp when we minus the temp double. Okay. Let's try this again. I don't need to explain the start, we'll just go through this. It's putting everything down. Then it's setting the counts. Then it's placing the zeros. That definitely isn't correct. Right, I was trying to be clever there. I wish I could... Is there an undo? It's way under there. I really could do with undo not being way under there. I can't see what it's undoing. Can I redo? Actually, this is really scary. I don't know what it's changed. Yeah, I've got a couple of issues with this game. Insofar as like actual programming languages give you quite a lot of flexibility, so you can code, and this is just like way down here if you have long code, and you have long code because all these later levels are quite difficult. I can't even see the temp count anymore. I really wish I could undo my undo so I could redo and just do it manually. Oh god, what does any of this mean anymore? Okay, I'm just gonna play it. That's really annoying. It's really hard to just like lose what you were doing. Okay, before we copy from 0, we copy to temp, we copy from count, we add to temp, and then this is there. Okay. I've completed Final Fantasy Rebirth, and I've completed Blasphemous. So I was thinking, ooh, hang on, your words are on the wrong side. I want to get the trifecta. I want to get the triple. Or the quadruple. Because I might have finished another game and not remembered. That's really inefficient, the numbers, but I don't care. There's a 3. Okay, then I have to... For fuck's sake. Right, is he gonna add all the zeros? I want to add 3 zeros. That's all this is made of. One. Two. This is bad. Some of the core logic is wrong. Why is the temp being bumped after? The temp is... Yeah, okay, so I've had 2 strings of logic interfere with each other. Okay, it's just because all this has to be done first. Okay. There we go. It's added the correct amount of zeros. So now, it's setting those doubles. Then it's going to start comparing. So 49 versus 28. 49 is the biggest, so it gives a score 49. times 74. Well, clearly 74 is the biggest, so that scores a point. Now that is negative. Okay, cool. So this is the bit we never got to, but it's all working. It's all working so far. Hang on. There was that get. Maybe the. Hang on. It definitely did wrong things there, but so this bit where I just fucking guessed, probably not right, because like this lower C's not doing anything. So if it's negative, where does... Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this count minus... No, what actually was wrong there? We sped through it. Setting all the zeros. Really wish you could just jump. And it starts... It's got to set the doubles, of course. It's going to test these two. But going to bump that. Then it's going to say that's a negative. So now we need to make this count 1. Like that 0. That's not right, is it? So, I think that 0 is fucking things, but... That is right, isn't it? Why am I bumping 0 minus 1? What are those bumps made of? Ah, no, I didn't want to do... Ah, fuck. It's the double I'm interested in. Why it works first time around and not the second. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need to set these anyway. There is an issue because I switched around a bunch of stuff so I wouldn't have to redo it. But we are gonna have to change the temp double. Oh. No, I don't think I will actually. I think I can just... when I adjust. We don't need the temp double, John. What are you talking about? That copies it to there. So it's 5-4. You know what I might do? There is an easier way to go about these doubles. Since we went to the trouble of setting the temp, we can just minus the count from the temp. So let's say, hang on, we have a temp double. Double plus. So what I'm going to do is, instead of setting the double the way I was doing it, okay, I'm just going to do this, so it just skips this entire set of code. It's really messy, but just make sure I don't lose anything. Copy from there to there. Copy from count. Sub it. Double. So that will then copy from that. There. From there. There. Copy from that. Is that right? It adds it in his hand, though. Right there. Right. He's copied that. He's subbed that. He's added it there. Copy from count. Sub that. Copy to double. Copy from that. Just in case. Okay, so I've done that the wrong way round, but so it should be copy from sub count. Sub count -1. That doesn't look doubled. Why am I subbing? It's add. Right, I don't even know if this has helped in the... Okay, so 5-4. It's made it 5-4 again. That's interesting. It shouldn't be 5-4. It should be 4-3. This is the issue I was having before. I've done all that, and it's actually made no fucking difference. Why is it 5-4 and not 4-3? Well, I'm going to remove all this because it's clearly just doing nothing. You know what? Surely they just need bumping. I'm just going to bump the other two. I did that in the wrong place. Oh, no, 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 fuck. Yeah, I skipped over too many then. That section labelled guess is not doing me any favours. But I need to follow it properly. So it should be 4-3 when I go through this. So 4. Okay, I know what I've done wrong now. Oh, no, no, fuck. Okay. Okay. Set the count. That's 5-4. See, I had to do the same process twice, and I don't know why I just didn't do that immediately. So that should all be correct now. So it's going to jump back up here, and it's now going to compare 1 with 0. Because it's the only one it has left to compare. That gives us a total score. So it's going to need to crash somewhere. That's a -1. And at this point, I can ask, are you 0? Because we already know we've checked everything. Is he carrying a 0? I really wish I'd checked. I don't know what count negative means here. Who knows? We'll just keep that in its own section. At this point, we want to work our way through to the smallest number to the biggest number. So I'm just gonna see when it gets to count Z. I want to see if the scores are correct as well. So 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. We've now given them a score. And maybe the score's the wrong way around. It doesn't matter because I'm trying to think game. You don't have to tease me. This is going to break down as soon as I get to letters as well. I have no fucking clue if this works with letters. And if it does, I'm just going to take a break from this because I was going to pop in like for 40 minutes, not for 3 hours. Because there's somebody playing GoldenEye who I could raid. But we know where the positions are. How do we convert them? Because I've given them a score. And they correspond, right? So 2 corresponds to that one, 0 corresponds to that one, 1 corresponds to that one. How do I actually convert this into something that it can grab? I will say the scores are also wrong, which is really annoying. Because the highest scoring one is... It doesn't matter. What it's going to have to do is we know... We know what the highest score is. Because the highest score is always going to be... Presumably that double minus 1. The high score is always the maximum number minus 1. Or even just the maximum number, right? Technically speaking. Because it's always going to be a 2. These are always going to be the scores. Hence why they correspond, right? So if we want the lowest... We have to do this all backwards, basically, now. It's not as simple as a process that I initially figured it out, which is kind of annoying, and I bet once I win the game, it'll be like, yeah, somebody did this in 3 moves, and I'll be like, fuck that guy. I basically need to say, like, are you a 2? Are you a 2? Are you a 2? And we're in the Z. So, but I'm assuming that double minus 1 is always going to be right. What do you mean? We always start on 3, John. Where's my double plus? Oh, I got rid of it. Fuck, I could have done with that double plus. We have the temp. We can work our way downwards. We still need the 2. So we say to temp. We say temp. Minus double. Minus 1. That's just the name of it. RU0. Right. RU0, because if you are, then you can go to output. And I check 5, I check 4, I check 3. So we're doing 2 loops, which is kind of annoying. I'll be right back. I don't know if I'm going to finish this, but I want to finish the numbers, if that makes sense. The letters scare the shit out of me. I don't know if any of this works with the letters, but we'll see. Got myself some cherry cola. Is that snail been going all this time? Okay, what am I doing? I'm really curious about where the heck this comes from. Compare the score. I guess the score never hits negative? What? No, that makes no sense. How is it not broken already? Did I set the alternative case? I mean, if it's working, I shouldn't be arguing against it, but... So it should be 201. Okay, it's not helping that it's always the same. Can you not always be 201, please? I think that's not helping. That it's always in that order. I think I need to set a negative case and it just never has to. Nah, it's here. If negative, do that. If it's, I think that just doesn't do anything. Because it's, yeah. Okay. I could do with everything being on the screen. If you're writing off the screen. Okay, cool. We know... Yeah, we could really do with that 3. Right, we can get a 3 easily. We can just... We'll take the 2 off. Is there a compare? I'd love a compare. That would be... Is equal, but you can't do that. You can't do comparisons. You just have to compare with 0 or negative. Which gives you all the possibilities, but still. We have to copy from temp. We have to minus we'll come back to that. We'll add the wrong case afterwards. That's going to give us our biggest number. We are then going to subtract double -1. And I just want to see what happens. I know, I appreciate that's right at the end, so... Cool. If it equals 0, that's exactly what we want. If 0, we copy from temp double, we outbox it, then we do something else. Just going to put the word end for the time being. If it is not 0, here's the rub. We want to bump temp zip down, but we only want to do it like so many times. So what I'm really tempted to do is add a 3 to there. So what we can do is first we copy from there, put it in there because it's not doing anything. I had a 2. We're just gonna do this just to see where we can find our smallest number. Honestly, I wish I'd been doing this more often. I just like that I outboxed anything. Oh, of course it did, because bump went there. It's fine. So I want to copy from double -1. Might be the wrong way round. Think it is. So we have our 3. We've bumped that. We now have to test. We have to sub. And we say, if you are 0, The end. Not sure about this. That's the setup. So I've got a 1. I'm asking if that 1 is a 2. It's not a 2. So we want to check out 4 instead. So we bump that 4. And it's not a 0. So now we test 4. So that is not a 0. see. That has to be negative, even. Cloud? Let's assume... So it didn't jump. Which means I've got the 0, I think. No, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pull it back. Double -1. Why would it be? Okay, so temp double. Copy to go. Copy from So just to make sure, we want smallest first. Alright, so I'm doing the maths wrong, aren't I? I'm putting biggest first. That's why it keeps... Alright, fuck. So we know the highest and the lowest. Really, what I'm doing is I'm asking if you are 0. Don't know if I need to go. That's a 5, that's a 3. Go, number 1. Okay, copy from. Computer games. Winning. How are you, by the way? I was gonna play a different game tonight. It's just annoying having the 2 loops. I'll tell you what. We're copying from 0 to score. I'm doing pretty good, but you know, apart from this computer game, it's not solving. I've done all the work. It just seems to be incorrect. So the score is 0. We're searching for 0. Okay, just gonna fast forward it. Okay. We know that count plus 5. 5. Temp is 5. Double X 3. So we want to check 543 basically. So I want to copy from temp, say. Or temp. Temp. What temp represents. We are going to subtract 2 from it, I guess. No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to just ask if it's 0. Are you 0? Yes, then outbox. If you are not 0, oh, fair enough. If you are not 0, we are going to bump temp down. I'm just gonna Sub-Zero, just because that's one of those X-Men, isn't it? No, it's not. It's a Mortal Kombat. Whatever. Right. So we have bumped it to 4. So we don't want a Sub-Zero, we actually want a sub double -1. And then we want to know if you're 0 or not. Assuming it's not 0, we want to jump back to earlier. Let's see what this does. I'm doing a lot of trial and error, which is probably slowing me a little the way down. Picked up the 1. And we've checked that. That is 0. We want smallest to biggest. Oh, fuck. it's like a fucking mist puzzle, this. So we check 5. Okay, there's our score. 1 is 1 0. It's not. So we're going to check 4. It's 4. It's 4 0. Okay, what's really annoying is the numbers don't correspond in the places I thought they would. Like, they're scored, but... See, that 2 is there, and that 0 is there, and that 1 is... there. Would it have been more useful if I'd scored it the other way round? Okay, there's a way to convert it back, right? So we have the 0. We know that 4... Is it just -2? Is it just gonna be... If 0... So we grab from the temp double. If 0, we take 3 off 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, making it that. So we copy from... Copy to... Go... I think that's what score is for. Okay, I'm just going to do that anyway, it doesn't matter. Copy from... That was correct. Now, I copied from temp double to double X. Hopefully, yeah, because double X is always the conversion number. Okay. So we had the correct number. So we outboxed it. And then we have to do the entire process again with 2 other numbers. I didn't mean to... Oh yeah, I was going to do a score thing. Never mind, I figured out a different way. So let's say we've got 1, we've outboxed 1. There's so many fucking counters. We need to do this as many times as there are numbers through all the numbers. So I did the whole if 0, but I should really copy from 0, copy to score, jump if 0. All of these things just force you to do so many loops. It's really easy to lose track of what loop you're on. And I need at least 2 more loops. So we have that 15. Because the go is 1, of course. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't know if this is smart. -1 from all numbers. I'll be right back. So what we need is we need a copy of the sort of, I guess it's the temp double, which is supposed to be that, but I'm clearly using it. I'm starting to not have fun with this, I won't lie. I kind of get the idea, and it's like, oh yeah, I get that you could do all this, but because of how the loops work in this game, it's just gotten really tedious onto how many loops you have to do within the loops within the loops. And maybe there's like smarter ways of doing it, of course, but it's I know, but I'm at the last level, like, so I might as well finish. I don't like not. I was gonna raid the Rambler as well. It might be too late now. Because I get what I have to do. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are bonus levels, but I'm not touching them. This is the big boss. We've gotten one number out. We just need 19. Love that just does nothing. It might not do nothing. I want to see the end. There's the end. I found it. I'm probably overcomplicating something around here. I just wish there was a smooth way. It's really annoying that those don't correspond to the right things. Okay. I'm gonna change this. I think there's a smarter way of doing this. I should be taking photographs. Might regret that, but we'll see. We know the order. How do I convert it? Okay, here's my idea. We're going to remove go. I'm banking on there never being any more than 5. Because if I have any more than 5, this idea won't work. I know there's at least 5 because of brain, but like it'd be really mean if it was like 20. It's not going to be 20. I think 5 is probably the max we're going to see. We're going to put everything on the 3rd row in the correct order and then take it out. That way, yeah, I think that's it. Don't need go, we don't need score. So, I need to fast forward so I can see the state. So there's 3. I already know where there's like these positions. But this way I don't need to know the correct order yet. So see that 2? Well, let's do it the other way. We know it starts with 5. So we say, we do a little bit of maths, right? We know the 5 and the 3 are our... So that is... 5, 3, temp, dx, right? We know that's our range. So we know if we minus 3 to any of those numbers, we get the corresponding thing. And if we plus 3, well, we don't plus 3, we put it in the correct place. So we need a starting line. And our starting line is temp plus 1. So what we do is we grab this number. We know this is a 2. So we say 2 corresponds to 92, of course. And then we're going to put it there plus 2. We're going to put in 8. So... And then, yeah, so we can grab the lowest number. So we grab the lowest number, which is a 2 in this case. We grab a 2. We add it to temp plus 1. So we'll make 17. Okay, I'm going to take a photograph of this because, like, wiping it makes it really hard for me to see what's going on. This is our maths spot. That's how I'm pronouncing it, because British. So. I'm going to copy from... Going to copy to maths. We're going to bump maths. That sets up our lowest new position. Then, gonna copy from double X. Then we are going to subtract from temp double. If it is 0, we're going to just fuck off over there for the time being. And I'll figure that out later. If it is not 0, copy from double X again. We'll add maths, copy it to go. Oh, this is really a lot, isn't it? Okay, we copied from double X. This is why I like having this on the screen, so I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Maths is our top number. Oh, my brain, I don't know. My brain is not doing stuff. It's really a lot easier if I can see all this set up on the screen. It's really annoying that I can't edit while it's on the screen. Yeah. I'm trying to think of an obvious way of doing this. I'm just going to delete this again. I'm gonna fuck. Just let me keep this on the screen while I edit things, because now I don't know what I'm doing. I need it. I get like half this puzzle is making stuff readable. I get that. That's sort of the point of this game. So I want to put this 80 in 7, this 35 in 6, and this 61 in 7. Oh. So we have the 3 right now. It's always going to be double. It's always going to be the number. So if I double, I get the 6. So I tell you what, we'll copy it to. Do I even use double X? Not really sure if I'm using the double X anymore. So I want to R0 equals 3. So I want to take the 0th number we're going to turn 16 into go. 16 equals go. So we want to take the... Where do we want to put the 0th number? We want to put it in 6 plus the number from 3. So what we're going to do is we've already got a 6. So we just add double X, add the X in the square, that'll pick up the 2, turning it into an 8. Then we copy that to 16. And then we copy 0 which let's say count, because we're not using count anymore. So copy count to go. That's part one, and then we have to nudge up. But we'll do part one first. Part one. This is go. So we add DX. Copy to go. Copy count. Copy to go. Then we bump count. So there's already a mistake. It shouldn't be on 9, it should be on 8. Kind of annoying. But we bump double X. Okay, I'm not going to worry about one of the loops right now. We are gonna copy from quadruple X. Okay. added the 60. Okay, we're almost there. I mean, by almost, I mean, we've done another thing. We've... Okay, so in here... Before we copy from triple X, we're going to minus the temp double. And I'm going to say, if you are 0, we're doing some new shit. So we are going to grab from quadruple X minus the count and ask if 0. Oh. So copy from quadruple X. Output, of course. Bump that. Bump the count. Well, thank you for joining me in this very strange stream. If 0, which is going to go there. Otherwise, we're gonna go there. I was supposed to plus that. Okay, we've got 3 things out. Then now we have the terrifying prospect of going back to the inbox. We might want to reset a few things as well. I have no earthly clue. I don't even know if it will work for letters. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's working. Oh, there's too many fucking letters at the end, isn't there? Haha! Is it? Were there too many letters at the end? It's broken it. Oh, you monster game. Okay, we were doing great. Can I see the full thing? Like, I need to know what the maximum number is. There's torso. I can't believe it worked with the letters. Hello, Craig. I'll explain it in a second, but fuck me, this took me 3 hours to do. And it's still not working, but I've gotten close. Oh, my method takes up so much space. Torso. Yeah, it's more than 5. Fuck. Oof. How the hell do I deal with this? My entire method depended on there only being 5. Also, it takes so long. That sucks. I don't have enough space. I was banking on that method working. Ah, that hurts so much. Ah, that's... Why can't I see all the inns? No, I need to see all the numbers. That seems... That's so cruel. I've won, but the physical space won't allow me my solution to work. Which means I've done it wrong. There's a much better way of doing it, but like... I don't know if I've got the energy to change it. That third number. I'm trying to see what it doesn't use. But like... If it's just... I need to go back. Fuck, how many do I need to go back? I need to go back to placing the numbers. If it's like one more... then we can... There's got to be a way of reducing the numbers. Okay, so there is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there more? 8, 9. It's 9, 10, 10. I was banking on 5 being the max. How do I remove an entire row? That's like, that would be the entire code. It's got to be this, right? Because, like, all these are just variations of count anyway. I don't know. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing everything in 5, right? And I've added 2 more. I don't know, it just seems... I feel robbed. Like, I put all this effort in. It's taken me literally 3 hours only for the game to go, I didn't tell you how long the strings were going to be. And You need... It's 10, isn't it? Basically, I need to, like... These are memory slots, I get that. And I need to double up on uses. So, at a certain point... So let's say I need all these, which I don't necessarily do. We need the 0 because it's something we grab from right at the start. And we need the count is fairly obvious. Let's look at all the instances. Is count plus always? Let's play it on. Is it always going to be just? You notice I've stopped using the count. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. Because it's a computer game, and I know it has an ending cutscene. I want to see the ending cutscene, but like, fixing this represents so much work, and I wanted to eat some food. So I should probably let the stream go, regardless. But it's just, it's heartbreaking. I'm so close and so far. All because I'm bad at programming. If this was an actual programming language, I could really easily see where my inefficiencies are, and I can't. I have to scroll up and down. And a lot of things like that just doesn't help. And I'm trying to think. I can't believe it threw 10 at me. Apparently you can do it like 35 as well, but fuck me, that's gonna be some good code. fucking string. See, right at the end, it doesn't seem to be even using the top row. This is what I'm interested in. No, I didn't mean to do that. What are you even doing, John? You can't eliminate... What? This is how bad my brain's gotten. I was like, yeah, I just got to wipe 5 off. That's not going to fix it. It's triple. If it's 3, it's 9. If it's 10, it's 30. There's only 25 spaces on the block. My method is bad. It sucks. But I know what I have to do to fix it now. I don't know how to fix it, I know what I have to do. That's a different thing. Basically, this part 1, which funnily enough never went to a part 2. Okay, we'll play it slowly. All this is fine, right? We shove it down. We have some numbers. This is fine. We're still going to need 20 positions. Fine, we are still going to need 20 positions. It sucks. But... in order to score everything. What I don't like is it just, like, it could have warned me. It could have warned me that I'd need 10. Because that's so much room to do that with. Like, maybe there's an obvious way of doing it, but is there a way of seeing what's coming down the line? $34 fewer commands seems amazing, but...